The great Bobby Belt.
Bobby Belt is an idiot.
Don't make me take off my belt.
Don't make me take off my belt.
We're not. Over to you, Bobby.
Oh, man. We might be screwed if Louis Riddick is to be believed, as well as the rest of the panel over at ESPN. We'll talk about it here in Below the Belt, which is sponsored by D&M Leasing. It is also sponsored by Window Nation. This is what we do here. It's just so in demand.
Double sponsor.
We're doubling up.
Wow.
This is what I do. I bring doubles. That's all I do. I'm like Rowdy Tellez. So, all right, let's talk about.
He's a nice guy.
He hits home runs or nothing. That's all I mean.
Doesn't seem like a nice guy.
I just mean he hits home runs or nothing. No, Scott Braun is not a nice guy. We'll talk about him in a few minutes.
Guy too.
And if you miss it, Scott, I know somebody will screen record it for you and send it to you later. You
Bobby.
douchebag.
9 o'clock.
All right.
That was a nice comment he had. It was a nice
No,
comment.
it was
9
We'll get into it at 9 but it was not a nice comment. If you think it was a nice comment, you are very easily duped. All right. Tyler Booker is going to play this
I didn't even need to come in here today. I should have stayed home with my brother. You guys do not need me whatsoever.
Tyler Booker is going to play this weekend. We discovered yesterday.
Hey.
Brian Schottenheimer says that Booker will be out there making his preseason debut against the Baltimore Ravens. Jaden Blue is a game-time decision as it stands now, and competition is done. It's closed. It's sealed because one Joe Milton will take every single rep at quarterback unless he gets hurt.
Uh-oh.
So just like he did the other night when he got hurt, that's when Will Greer came in. That's the only way that he's going to come in. In fact, Brian Schottenheimer said of Will Greer, you never know. He'll always have a cigarette in his hand, meaning he's just there ready and waiting whenever we need him. But the plan is Joe Milton is the guy who's going to go out there for him.
Slow down, check down.
They want to see him.
Check down.
They know he's not going to play during the regular season. They need him to work on things. No, right, but I mean, what I'm saying is, in general, you're not going to start. You're not going to get much garbage time out there. We need you to take as many live rips as you can to work through all this stuff.
Can I alter your alliteration there?
If that's what I did, sure.
Slow down, throw down. I don't want checkdowns. Checkdowns, leave those for Brad Johnson. I want him to slow down, but throw it deep, baby.
Don't you want to see, like, but here's the thing, Chop. Don't, like, I know you can drive the ball 300 yards off the tee.
Yeah, that's what
or like, I mean, I
RJ?
can't, but no, not him. I'm talking about in general. Joe Milton is like me driving it off the tee, right?
Yeah.
But he's got to be like me in the short game. He misses all his putts. So that's the thing. He's out there with I don't know what is one of those golf sticks they have, like the 12 iron, right? They're out there with the 12 iron on the putting green, and he's just whacking the hell out of it 4 feet from the hole. That's Joe Milton, and like Joe, we need to see you can use your putter. So the putter means there's going to be a little bit of checkdowns. I know
he can outthrow everybody. We know that. You're right. I mean, he needs to slow it down.
That's the biggest thing for me.
It's just slow it down.
I don't totally care about the checkdown stuff nearly as much as I just care about him going through the process of like, hey, this is what game speed looks like, dude, and like get used to it. Like we had talked about this. What I'd been on with Machado over the weekend was the idea of. It was something where it's like, man, if he gets through his first read, we were talking about it, and they said if he gets through, if his first read's not there, he has a lot of trouble after that. And I was saying to him, like, I don't even know that it's sometimes, I don't think he can get through his first read sometimes. Because I think he's sitting there, his first read may get open, and it's just happening so quickly, he bails on it and freaks out and just goes, all right, I got to move. And he moves off of the first read so quickly because everything happens so fast in front of him. I was watching and we'll bring this up with Nick Eatman at Night 20. I was watching the Wall 2, the new Deep Blue documentary that the Cowboys put out yesterday, which is really good, by the way. We're probably going to have to pull cuts from it for next week.
We'll play more of that probably than The Gambler.
It opened the very opening scene is talking about the Odell Beckham game where he makes the catch along the sideline.
I'm just kidding, Peyton. We're going to need every cut from
the Cowboys.
Yes, sir.
The Cowboys won that game in the end, and it was a Tony Romo touchdown in the game.
I think RJ schedules vacation around Netflix things.
Oh yeah,
so he doesn't have Netflix, so he can't miss talking about it.
My kids signed in on theirs, and it's still active. It's still active, so I'll probably be gone by the time I get home.
Okay.
But no, I scheduled vacation around preseason football.
Sorry, Bobby.
So, but if you know, it's good. Yeah, I think that's probably accurate.
Really mean it.
Is that? No, I know you didn't. I can always tell. It's when you don't look down, or it's when you look down and say sorry. But if you look at the way that they talked about in there was a 7 or 8 second play. There was a ball snapped to Tony. and he threw a touchdown pass after kind of moving around the pocket a little bit. But they said for 7 or 8 seconds, you looked at it, and it was just this wall. Like, Tyron blocked up Jason Pierre-Paul for like 10 straight seconds without a problem. Everybody, and it was just, they all marveled at it on the coaching staff of just like, he could have stood there for 30 seconds and thrown the ball if he wanted to. And that's something that when you watch that, Tony knew the pace and how to, all right, let me stand back here. Where am I comfortable? All right, get rid of the ball. Joe had that on the first 3 snaps of the game the other day, and he got rid of it like he had a free rusher. It's happening so quickly for him, and I think it's just a matter of getting used to that game speed, and that's why they want him to get so many different reps. All right, over at ESPN, they came out with their future NFL power rankings, which is something we look at just about every year. There's a number of people that contribute to this. It is a panel of experts, which is their analysts Ben Solak, Louis Riddick, Aaron Schatz, and Seth Walder. So 2 of their big analytics guys, Solak, who's one of their big analysts, and then Louis Riddick, who's kind of like the former football guy. And they had them rate each team's quarterback situation, remaining roster makeup behind that, front office, coaching staff, and all that. And then they took a scale of basically 50 and below is F, 5169 is D, 7079 C, all the way up. And then 100 would get you an A+. So after you average all those scores, you take a look at it and say, all right, what is the health of this franchise right now moving forward? And the number 1 team in the National Football League is not the Dallas Cowboys. It is a team in the NFC East.
Washington. The Giants?
Philadelphia Eagles.
Oh, my God.
For the future?
For the future, they are number 1. And they say that, this is interesting, they have a bold prediction section for everything. Bold prediction, the Eagles will trade wide receiver A.J. Brown before the 2027 season. It will be a shock. Brown will be coming off 2 more seasons of exceptional play and will be considered a major asset for the win-now team that acquires him. But general manager Howie Roseman will decide to move on and get draft assets for him before Brown's decline sets in. You go down the list a little bit further, and then you get, number 5, the Detroit Lions. Somebody in your conference. 6,
and this
the Green Bay
future
Packers.
Qualifies as what, though?
This is just basically what is the health of your front office, coaching staff, full roster, and quarterback situation, and then how does that set up into the future years outside of just 2025.
Okay.
The number 1 team in the state of Texas, the Houston Texans, they come in at number 8. As much as it was a down year for them last year. Number 9, the San Francisco 49ers. Number 10, the Washington Commanders coming on this list. So you go, okay, you got half the NFC East in front of you now. A ton of NFC teams are sitting ahead of you.
Why is San Fran on there? I thought all we've been talking about is what they've lost.
So the write-up on San Fran says that...
And there's been Shanahan and Lynch like whispers.
So with a strong coaching staff and a track record of getting great play out of their rookie contract picks, the 49ers still have a rosy future despite the roster reload. Just how good they are down the stretch will come down to these past 2 draft classes for which many players have been thrust into starting roles. And they basically, an overall roster minus the quarterback, they rank 11th. Quarterback, they rank 13th. Coaching, they're 2nd. Front office, they're 14th. So it all averages out to where they're the 9th best team in football. So you get way down the list. Way down the list. Before you run into the bottom 10 ranked Dallas Football Cowboys. They come in 23rd.
With all of our front office stability.
What's your point?
Overall roster minus the quarterback, they are 17th. Quarterback, they are 11th. Front office, they are 22nd. I think that's attributing too much of the front office to like not including enough of Will McClay.
Selectively aggressive.
That's still a big part of what their front office does.
When they do the quarterback, are they just doing the starter?
Just the starting quarterback.
Because they're
But the Cowboys have... I'm thinking of this as like a 3-year thing, maybe 4. Not just next year. It's easy to say, Philadelphia, like, next year will be good. Yeah. The Cowboys have probably the youngest... most top pedigree line in the National Football League, offensive line. You got Micah, who's mid-20s, Ezeraku, CeeDee Lamb's young. So I think on the offensive line front, you don't know. The only one you know is for sure really good right now is Tyler Smith. You think the others are going to be good, but Guyton struggled a ton. Steele hasn't bounced back from an injury. Because this is their idea of the Great Wall 3.0.
That's their hope,
They think they're hoping they're making, that 3rd documentary right now.
Here was the write-up for them. The reason for hope, they say quarterback Dak Prescott is only 32, so he reasonably folds into the 3-year horizon of the future power rankings, as does wideout CeeDee Lamb. Get edge rusher Micah Parsons and receiver George Pickens under contract, and Dallas can climb up these rankings even further. That's part of what this is just uncertainty about the contracts behind it. They say especially if linebacker DeMarvion Overshown and cornerback Trayvon Diggs return to form following injuries. The reason for concern, Louis Riddick, who has been a massive Cowboys critic this offseason and a massive Jerry Jones critic specifically, says last year my concern was Prescott and his contract situation. This year it's the same issue but a different player, Parsons. The Cowboys' biggest obstacle is themselves, primarily team owner Jerry Jones, and the effect that his team-building strategy has on the roster.
Man, the 4 most disrespected quarterbacks in the NFL in my mind are all in consecutive order from 11 to 14. Dak at 11, Goff at 12, Purdy at 13, and Baker at 14. You cannot make a case that all 4 are outside the top 10. You cannot make that case.
Oh, that one of them would have to be?
One of them has to be the top. You cannot make the case that all 4 are outside of the top 10.
I mean, the quarterback situation for the Dolphins, Tua is not. I don't love Tua. The quarterback situation for the Dolphins, they're ranked 25th.
There's not
it's
24.
Boy, that's some Tua hate right there.
There's not 24 quarterback. Now that maybe they don't think he'll be there in 3 years because of his concussions.
We should start our own sports network.
We really should. The bold prediction, it might happen in 2025, 26, or 27, but in the next 3 years, Micah Parsons will break Michael Strahan and TJ Watt's single-season sack record of 22.5. Since entering the league, no player has more pass rush wins, 310, than Parsons. By the way,
I know the quarterback who would lay down for him to give it to him like Favre did. Who would it be?
Who would do that in the NFL? It would be Jordan Love.
Yeah.
Bam. Podcast partner.
Yep. That's the one right there. So either way, by the way, I threw this note out the other day on Twitter. You know that the only 2 players in NFL history to start each of their first 4 seasons with 12 sacks or more, it's Parsons and it's Reggie White. That's it.